Here at GOP Convention, Tampa, Florida, caught up with our good friend of NRA News, Lieutenant Governor of Wisconsin, Rebecca Kleefisch. Good to see you, ma'am.
Good to see you.
So the time has come. Paul Ryan, Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan, son of Wisconsin, resident of Janesville. I mean, you're beaming from ear to ear.
Hunter extraordinaire.
Yes, yes.
You're forgetting
Noodler.
about that noodler. Yeah, now see, I won't do that. And I've never been in a deer stand with Paul Ryan, but I will tell you that he is a really great hunter and a friend of hunters and gun owners, as we are in the Kleefisch family and as the governor is as well. You know, we in Wisconsin did some extraordinary things for gun owners' rights this year. As you know, we are now a concealed carry state, and we allow gun owners to carry their guns in their vehicles, so you can put your gun in the back seat, in the trunk of your car, and you're okay doing that now. And it's a very good thing that we're finally honoring Wisconsinites, American Second Amendment rights.
You talk about Paul Ryan as a friend. Talk about him as literally as a friend and as a person, not the person we see on TV, but the person you know one-on-one, just, you know, over a drink or over dinner.
Sure. You know, the funny thing about Paul Ryan is he is like everybody's friend. What you see is kind of what you get. And so when people ask me this week, what does Paul Ryan need to do in order to convince America of this, that, or the other thing? Paul Ryan just needs to be himself, because Paul Ryan is so at ease in his own skin, which is one of those rare, wonderful qualities in a politician. He has big thoughts, big ideas. He is the architect of a budget plan that has been and will be debated probably for decades to come, but yet he can take those big ideas, distill them so that the average taxpayer, working family, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, can understand what he's talking about. You know, so often politician talks are in millions and billions and trillions. Paul Ryan understands that in our family budgets, we don't do millions, billions, and trillions. We do the cost of butter. We do milk. We do gasoline.
Well, your first two were dairy items. Shocker.
Well, I am from the dairy state, by the way.
Yes,
and if you would like me to spend the rest of this interview like I have done before on NRA TV, plugging my home state, I will. You know,
we just talk dairy.
We don't say cheese in Wisconsin when we post for pictures. We say $20 billion industry.
Do you enjoy cheese curds?
Who does not enjoy cheese?
I'm afraid.
If you have not tried cheese curds, you must. And if you're going to have cheese curds, eat them at room temperature when they're squeaky.
Squeaky cheese curds.
Squeaky cheese curds, yes. See, I am full of good advice.
I absolutely love it.
Not only good politics in Wisconsin here, we've got good advice on how to keep a good, healthy diet.
The phrase of the night, squeaky cheese curds.
Full of calcium, good for your bones.
Actually, that sounds like a punk band, the Squeaky Cheese Curds.
It does sound like a punk band.
Talk to us. I asked, we were lucky enough to also talk to Governor Walker the other day, and I just asked him about, you know, we keep hearing about Janesville, the town he came from. What is Janesville like, and that whole area?
Well, Janesville actually was deeply affected by this deep economic recession. As you probably know, Wisconsin has more manufacturers per capita than any other state in the country. We go back and forth in the upper Midwest, #1 or #2 every single year. So when you've got a very manufacturing and agriculture and tourism heavy economy, then a recession is going to be like a kick in the gut. And it was to Janesville as it was to Wisconsin. That's why reform governance and fiscal responsibility are so important in our state and to Janesville in particular. You've got to have a budget, and you've got to have leaders who are willing to rein in spending the same way American families have done in their own budgets and how business owners have done in their own budgets. What we saw out of this administration, the Walker-Kleefisch administration, was that type of responsible budgeting. We want to see much more of it, not just in Wisconsin, but across the country, and better even than that, in the federal government.
So you're talking about Wisconsin being the home of so many businesses. Have any of these business owners come to you and said, why did Barack Obama tell me I didn't build that? Have they complained to you personally about this?
They have. I travel the state doing what we call small business roundtables every week, and so I'm meeting with small business owners who create between 60 and 80% of new jobs in America every single year. They tell me all the time how frustrating it is, how insulting it is, how disingenuous that their president, their leader, would actually say, you did not build that. You're not smart enough. There are plenty of people who are just as smart as you. You didn't work hard enough. There are plenty of people who work just as hard as you. People take pride and ownership in the fact that they are living their American dreams. This is the country of dreamers, innovators, innovators, entrepreneurs. Instead of a president discouraging that, we need to lift those people up so America can be as great as she possibly can be.
Governor Kleefisch, I got to say, definitely one of my favorite guests. You certainly are not at a loss for words. We appreciate your time on NRA News. Enjoy your time in Tampa, and enjoy the pride in your hometown son of Paul Ryan. It's going to be a very cool night for you that night.
Our delegation is bursting.
I'm so excited for you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.